Oi, oi. Martinliedtke speaking. Good to see you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back for an extra postage and an extra premiere of what I've been looking into today, which is basically we got a saying in Britain, and it is this. Oh, it's like the Black Hole of Calcutta in here, because it was this morning, because there's grey skies and there's hardly any light. And I came in the room and I thought, oh, it's like the Black Hole of Calcutta in here. And I don't really know what that means outside of there was supposed to be some sort of dungeon in Kolkata in the past. And that's all I knew. Until I did some research and found out that it was in a massive Starfort like no other I've seen. Absolutely beautiful Fort William in Kolkata. The dungeon is essentially a mudflood cellar in Fort William, in the Starfort. So a dungeon in a Starfort, a rebellion by the Bengalese, and a load of British troops and Indian people locked up in a room 18 by 18, say. We'll have a look at some images of that now. And they perished overnight. All happened in one night. Must have been a really stinking hot night. But there are so many different narratives, because all this has happened like apparently late 1700s. The Starfort is massive, by the way. So we're going to have a little look at that. So good to see you all, guys. Hope you're all having a good time. Did you all get burned to a crisp? Did you get your soul sucked out? Or did you get, is it the day of the Triffids today? Has there been a massive replacement? Edits? Any edits? I don't know. I think that the eclipse was just that, wasn't it? Like I said. So anyway, here's another black hole, okay? The Black Hole of Calcutta. Let's share screen and I'll show you what's going on. In a happy vibe manner, even though they all perished in a hole in the ground, we're going to do it in a happy vibe manner because it was a long time ago. It's only narratives and there's different amounts of people that have died and different accounts when you look on Wiki. But okay, so here we are. Excuse me. Why did they say the Black Hole of Calcutta? And there it is. The Black Hole of Calcutta refers to a prison cell which was used to hold 146 mostly British prisoners captured after the Nawab of Bengal had taken over the city from the East India Company. But apparently later on they get it back. On the 20th of June, 1756. So a really big Starfort there at that period. In a tiny cell in Fort William, 123 of the prisoners died of dehydration and suffocation. So they say, but there are different amounts, as I said. Does it exist today? Yeah, it's basically this concrete thing. We'll have a look at some images in a minute. Weird how it looked so beautiful 100 years ago with all ornate railings and people apparently visiting it. There you are. They got it back a little while later. They overthrew the Nawab of Bengal and he was executed for his taking over. Okay, so there is the Starfort, quite amazing Starfort, surrounded by gardens or an esplanade of lakes and interesting square sort of lakes, maybe for reservoirs, but it's only on the river, but it's not got water all the way around. That's these bits are water fed in. I'm not sure, but here it is. So it looks a nice building, and it's all been filled in now here, the concrete or whatever. But it was a hole in the ground, as you can see there, where all of these people apparently perished in one night, mostly British, apparently. So yeah, it looked like that then. Excuse me. Now, oh my God, they can't be bothered keeping any upkeep. Something so historical. Now it's, oh, I've had it blew out. It looks like that. So it can't be that much of historical context to it. Look at it. Rubbish bags, litter, all covered in rubbish. They look quite old railings around it, though. But God. And there it is in the past. Beautiful. Weird, isn't it? Site of the Black Hole of Calcutta. So it's in myth anyway, really. The details are really sketchy when you read about them. All just suffocating. They did have a wind though, so some air was going in apparently. But interesting that there's a mudflood cellar, and interesting that it's in this huge Starfort that is Fort William. And there's another Fort William Starfort in Scotland, as far as I know. And there's another one as well in Fort William, Canada, I think. So here's Starfort. Amazing. There it is in the old days. Look, you can see these end bits that you get with the Starfort. It looks like a bit of an obelisk going on there. But there it is, big old building. Late 19th century. It's got some communications going on, but it is the military. Let me show you the facade. It looks like the Taj Mahal. It's just ridiculous. Front of Fort William of Kolkata. Interesting, it's spelt that way as well. And we spell it and it looks like Kolkata. So there's the esplanade. It looks like I don't know, not quite the Taj Mahal, but a beautiful ornate building, massive considering it's for a Starfort. So let's get some Starforty bits. There's inside it, on the grass and on the river. And they had this massive old whatever it is in here. Looks like a chapel. Have a look at that now. And it looks to be like a big old Greco-Romano arch here in this painting. And this church, it is a church, the St. Peter's Church, which is interesting for what was country of Hindus. There it is, there's a photograph of it. St. Peter's Church, very ornate. In the grounds of the beautiful Starfort, that is Fort William. I think there might be water all going all the way around, though they usually do. But look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And there's a plan inside Fort William. There's quite a bit going on, as you can see. There's the church. Some Starforty bits. So it looks to be a lot going on in that fort complex. Besides the Starfort, which you find for lots of cities anyway. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Church looks completely different in there. Why have we got pyramids? They're cannonballs. You always put them in pyramids. Coincidentally. Probably a 33 cannon as well. So, oh yeah, it looks a bit like a desert hell. That's a completely different church. It's got a square tower. It's quite long though. That's just got no side bits here. A completely different tower. That's because it's a church of St. Anne's. A different church. Okay. There it is there. So, Fort William has a Starfort. Biggie. And it's beautiful. Let's have a look at some more photos of Kolkata. These are from the late 1800s and they are really beautiful. Interesting, they got Chinese pagoda, nesting technology, ever decreasing, and Antiquitech on top in the middle of the lakes. All them rising, all them waves rising through it as well. Standing waves from the water. And that's the Jan Temple, the richest place of worship in Calcutta. Bit of a blurred photograph, but look at that. Beautiful. So much going on. Okay. Looking northwest in Kolkata. There's quite a big city then as well. But you don't see as many people around in Kolkata back then as you do now, that's for sure. Grounds of the Jani Temple. Okay, I got some sort of antiquitech in the middle of the lake going on there. Again, it's a little bit fuzzy. Beautiful though, all built by horse and cars. And Mohammedan, so these are Muslims. Eventually, these are going to be moving from India into the Muslim state of Pakistan, and what was West Pakistan. That's a gift to them from the British. Got all that antiquitech going on. Cool. I bet if the Black Hole of Calcutta was a real thing, I bet they killed a lot of people after. I bet like 123 British dies, that they'll kill like 1 million Indians. Maybe that's what Lucknow was all about. Vengeance. But look at that. The strangest Mohammedan mosque in the world. It's a Muslim mosque. Maybe the Bengalis were Muslim. Wow. Okay. Put all stones in it's inside a tree. A mosque inside a tree. I like that. That might be my thumbnail. Could look at that upside down, look the same, wouldn't it? What's happening, mister? Did you build all this stuff? Look at this detail. Oh, that is. Looks like a loudspeaker on a wire. It is a loudspeaker on a wire. You got telephone things there as well. A little bunker booth. You could like literally step in there. You can see that you can step in there. I wonder what the purpose of it was. Maybe a lift going down into the underworld. But beautiful detail, lovely ornate railings. They got it going on the inside. My God. The Jewel of the Raj. What? So there it is. So all of this is in, I think, some sort of maybe bigger Starfort. But it's quite a big city, and on the corner here, you've got Esplanade and the big Starfort. That is Fort William, where all of this gnarly stuff went down with the black hole. Not too many people around. There's a few there, and they like literally walk across the grass. People do that here as well. They like naturally designate. I think they're following ley lines, and they don't know what they're doing, or magnetic fields. And they just walk across and create their own path, like these. Let's have a look what's going on. Beautiful, massive buildings, some sort of arch. But, you know, it's nice. Greco-Romano. Not a lot of this is that Indian. This is more Moorish feel to me. But sure, the Indians built stuff. We've seen Vimana-shaped temples, haven't we? You don't see a lot of here, by the way. This is cattle. Yeah, we're keeping cattle in the middle of a field. Okay, you got a big, massive obelisk there, so look at it. First start. So beautiful balustrade for a muddy path. They don't do sidewalks. And it says 1709 there. I bet that's the picture number, not the year, because that would be impossible. But it's no motor cars of this period. It does really look like dirt road. No high rises. Looks like three 3-4 stories is it. And an encampment. There's a huge barracks apparently as well. I'm sure if that's it. And why are they staying in tents? God, they got a lot of lines on their tents, haven't they? And this is one of those oblong reservoirs we've seen around the Esplanade on the map. So they would be reservoirs there. 1770 they got for Fort Kolkata, and there is a plan of it. So a lot going on. Don't know who they were expecting to come and beat them up, duff them up. And you've got little things on the corner of this reservoir as well. Why do they do that? It's got to be to do with structuring the water. Another reservoir up there. Interesting. Oh, look at this. Yeah, it's definitely mud. They got a bit of a sidewalk going on there, though. Size of this thing. It's definitely the Fila Phoenicia. You've got the lion. And a very, very dirty and old Greco-Romano type arch. But it's not much decoration on that. So I can imagine it getting filthy hot. There's a big aerial on top of that dome. By the look of it. It gets filthy hot, doesn't it, in Kolkata? So I can imagine them dying in a hole under the ground. But a lot of people just live like that in the modern day. They don't die. Mind you, they're not crushed in 120 into a room that's 18 foot by 18 foot. It's a little bit bigger than the room I'm in now. So, wow. Yes, we built all this, and we put all of the blocks on the back of these carts and built all this fine stuff. Ooh, look at that. Is that St. Anne's? Yeah, I think it might be. It's got lovely palm trees and stuff. And the big old tall ships. Let's have a look. The masts look unusual. White on them. Okay. And the pagoda, which looks very oriental, considering it's in India. Oh, they have got Indian, Chinese style mer people. With a serpent's tail, maybe, or fish tail. And that's that one from the first image. Really nice pagoda. Ever present Chinese. They're everywhere, different stages. But you know, in the far off distant past, the Chinese that had the juice, didn't they? They had all the good stuff. Apparently, light years before everyone else, according to their narrative. And then it all comes down the Silk Road to, you know, stupid Western cultures like the Greeks and the Romans. So look, apparently, I don't believe it. That's interesting. Little pony, little pony. They must be really tiny to get in them little boxes. But look at that for a building. Just nothing outside but crap, really. Looks like some pancreas. Got a somatic portal. A lot of antiquity going on that one. Oh, it's into a secret garden. You go through here. This is made of marijuana, apparently. Maybe not. I don't know. Not if it's in India, no. Ooh, let's have a look at that thing. Well, that's a solid chunk of stones. So yeah, a lot of stone buildings here. And then they, like, you know, such is the nature of India, they stick their cows outside, or their water buffalo outside of amazing superior architecture. You put your cows to eat the grass. They wouldn't admit that in this day and age in the middle of a city, would they? Look at this thing. Got like an ice cream cone on top. This is a landing platform, surely, for the old balloons. And that's a double Greco-Romano entrance there. We got some dignatory. Okay, look at the size of these floats for anchoring on. Wow, look at them. They're quite modern looking. You got this Indian boat chair. My God. Gaffer tape it all together. Stuff worse than a space program. Look at it. Oh, God. Okay. So the narrative is an Englishman went to India in the 1830s, and he's like, oh, there's no poverty here. These people don't want for nothing. It's a glittering culture. And then they decided that they were going to, through education and basically invading them, take over their society, and they made it like the way it is. The British did it. Look at this thing here. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at the size of the doors. Well, I don't think they built it because their stuff looks completely different, doesn't it? You know, they're not really built as such. There's a big wire going all the way up to the top of there. Look at that. Is that for electricity conducting? Because, you know, they're usually attached to the spire, aren't they? Well, if electricity does strike it, you get a massive charge. So we got a lot of poo around. Poop. Not many people, though. There's a few ghosts, but for a main thoroughfare, must be early in the morning. There's nothing set up and a couple of people sitting around there. British Francis Rams. There's a lot of decoration on these buildings, but they're covered in crap. I wonder why they're so polluted and why everything is so dirty. It must be just from the monsoons. I don't know. So yeah, there's a lot of open space in the front of this city. Okay, that's a busier day. Have a look at that. Okay. They all look the same, their carriages. They got these little Venetian blinds on them. See? Oh, there's ghosts. They're moving. He never moved and he stayed in the frame. It's weird. They're going like, you get to 1890, there's some sort of exposure problem, but I got like photographs from like at least 30 years before then, moving action shots and stuff. No problem with exposure. It's like photography went in reverse or something. I think it's a much older technology, you know, camera obscurers and stuff. Right, let's have a look at some images of other places. Just fill in this vlog. It's good to see you all back, guys. This is the day after the eclipse age. Everybody's still here. Everything appears to be as shit as it was before the eclipse, so that's nothing's changed. It's all good. On the 10th of April 2024, or so they say. Okay. Sao Pauli. It's not a city I've ever looked at, really. I remember my father telling me he loved it in Sao Pauli. I don't know why. Oh, Santos, but still Brazil. And this is in Brazil. Look at it. Who built that? The Colonial Spanish. Just insane size architecture. So I always thought, you know, as a boy, I didn't really know too much about South America. But in my mind, because I guess in looking at like programs about Peru and stuff, I thought that they weren't highly advanced civilization with massive cities and stuff. I didn't really get it. You know, like the buildings in Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo and stuff. Look at the municipal theatre. And that could be in Venice, that could be in Prague or Vienna. It's just the same style, but a world away. And there's a museum. But they have got some skyscrapers or some high rises in the late 1800s. It's quite a whopper. Sao Paulo, famous for its favelas. When I was in school, I did in my geography exam. My washing machine's making a racket. Hope you can't hear it. In my exam for geography, I think when I was the last year I did in school, when I was like 15, I did it. My subject in my exam, I did a thesis on the population problems of Sao Paulo and the favelas, and I had like 78% on my exam because of that, which was crazy because I'd only been to about 3 lessons that year. But I learned more when I was out in the world. Or if it was rubbish weather in Britain, staying home watching schools programs on TV. I learned loads on schools programs because I couldn't pay attention in class because of whatever's up with me. I just wanted to be mischievous. I wanted to do stuff. I wanted to flick, have a paper fight. There's light fire. There's pogo. I couldn't sit still and listen to it. It just drove me fucking nuts to listen to teachers prattling on. Or the sound of the chalk on a blackboard was a bit agonizing for me. And so one teacher in particular I can remember used to lick the fucking chalk before they put it on the blackboard. Oh my God, may as well just it just goes through me even thinking about it. I can't do it. Nails on a blackboard feeling just went through me. So they got a stonking Starfort. Look at that one. It's like a droopy penis, isn't it? By that pointy droopy penis. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I get the sense with Starforts that they look like pistons, like the inner workings for the internal combustion engine. Ooh, whoa. That's Le Gare, the railway station. Massive. I wonder if it still looks like that today. So they haven't got beaches. Look at that. Looks like the old Wild West. They haven't got beaches, have they? Sao Paulo. Must be inland a bit. I'm not sure. Geographically. I know they had about 12 million people there, crushed on the side of hills and stuff. Having machine gun battles, apparently. Whatever. Oh, look at that. That's a cafe. I think they're making coffee. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Swans. I wonder if swans, when they're in another country, belong to the King of England, because all the swans in Britain belong to the King of England, which is why it's not advisable to fry one up or put in the oven. If you've got an oven big enough to get a swan in, I don't think you should eat a swan. I don't think they're good. I don't think they taste nice. Or bunny rabbits, don't think they taste nice. Don't ever eat one of them either. These are really groovy. It's not a city I know. I almost made it to Austria 2 years ago when I went to the Alps to look at some crazy megaliths when I went to Czech Republic. And I was right on the border. I think I went into Austria, but it wasn't very great distance from Graz, the city of Graz. Let's have a look at the city of Graz. And that looks like a landing platform for a balloon. Mind you, that arrow, if she lets it go, would burst the balloon, wouldn't it? But you could step off, aren't you? Go down. That's a crazy tower. Look, they got all them columns up there, look, as well, right up in the air. But yeah, it looks really high built up, this. So yeah, Graz, they got crazy like Starfort on top of this massive hill in this picture. You can see it in the modern day. And the whole hill is surrounded by this crazy big Starfort. There's water going all the way around. And they're always on rivers, aren't they? Well, mostly. except for the satellite ones, which are further out. But they're all connected together. It's all one machine. So look at that. The big Starfort up there as well. Like the pylons, electricity pylons, is ripping through the middle of the city there. That's unattractive. Oh, look at this. This is a lovely image. Really clear. So we got electric tramage. Look at the ornate lampposts, guys. Big eagle on top. Eagly. Oh. These look actually gas powered, these pipes. So he's looking at the camera there. I think he might work for, I don't know, he looks like he might be a policeman, I don't know. Wow, the weather in Britain, we're going to have a heat wave soon, hopefully. Let's just think in them ways and then it'll arrive. These lampposts. We had them like that in Cardiff as well, where I live. 1800s photographs. The lampposts are out of this world, and now they're just aluminium pieces of shit, stickers on them. Everything's gone reverse. Wow, some city. Really developed, Graz. Amazing. It's a big place. Nice that hill as well. Look at the size of these bloody stones. You got more stones there. What are they doing? They're laying cable. These are cables. They're laying cables under the ground. What cables they are for? There is there. Electricity underground. They're going underground. Their electricity, maybe. Because you get the electric tram. Oh my god. Like literally. Plasma burst. Okay. But that path's hard to get up. But a nice big juicy Starfort. We got looks like the obelisk here. Oh. Gastro. Oh, I guess they got restaurants. I reckon restaurants have always been around, or cafes where you can go in for something to eat. So that's a strange sort of engraving, photograph type thing. Looks like a photo though. The sun is so weird. Look at that tower, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10-story high, really. Tower, wow. Water tower, who knows? Look at the size of these entrances, guys. This place might as of one time just only had giants, and then us little people and giants, and then the giants either got murdered or went home and thought, yeah, all right, that's your problem, you have it, and left us to it. So because of the reset nature of civilization, we get some civilizations, I think, have a longer run at it than others. I don't think you could just put it all down to like they were all so sinful that God reset them all and killed them all. I don't think that's the case. Although, you know, a lot of people in the world today, in the so-called collective, are in the same mindset, and it is not good. It is not good. They will fight for the Matrix hammer and tongue, even though they know it's all nuts, satanic, and really bad. All of it. They will still support it, even though they know it's doing great harm in the world. Okay. Yeah, it's beautiful, yeah, guys. So I hope you're all having a groovy day. I'm going to be back flat today, but I might do flatter days, fun days on Sundays from now on. I'm not sure. I'll see how it goes anyway. Yeah. I got a couple of gigs. I'm doing a couple of talks next month. I'll put flyers out soon. I'm going to be doing Truth Juice again. I've done that about 3 times. It's absolutely awesome venue up in Birmingham, and another one near to Birmingham, which I'll announce soon. next month. And other stuff, which I'll get to soon enough. Oh, it's pretty pink sky. It's a sunset. The day of the eclipse, we had a crazy sunset here in Wales. It was like really peculiar, double peculiar actually. It was like, what the fuck? Sky looked all pink and lavender and just weird colours. Magenta, really. Just what? Yeah, it's nice city. This one looks a really nice place to visit. Or did. It's probably all replaced now with these modern crap things. There it is. Starfort all the way around is Starfort on a hill. Big. I bet that is man-made anyway. Bet you. Old pyramid. Whoa. That's pretty big, isn't it? A lot of antiquity going on in this city. What the hell is that up on the hill? Oh, it's a clock tower, but a short one. A big sort of weird roof on top. With a weird roof on top. Starfort clock. God, they would be hard to take these towns if they were for military purposes, especially with all the Starforts and hills. Once you got that higher ground. Ooh, look at that for a Tartarian building. In fact, they all are. Whoa. All with their grounds, big grounds to them. Oh, how very nice. I thought they were supposed to be in Shit Street 100 years ago. It's all bloody beautiful. It's a rubbish narrative. They want everyone to think it was like that. So you've never had it so good, they tell you. It's like, right, okay. What about this world? No litter, all beautiful and clean, everyone looking healthy. Antiquitech. What about that? Whoa, that's nice. Crazy all this wrought iron age. Got to be something to do with the tech for the water. All of them subtle energies passing through the wrought iron, they do vibrate. I've got railings outside my house here, and when the wind blows, they make a sound. They whistle. And the wind goes through them, so they make music. And that's just bog standard cast iron railings, or iron railings. So they got a lion. Why did they a lion everywhere? Which represents the empire, doesn't it? It's a vicious animal that will rip your throat out and eat you, which is what the empire is. A vicious animal that will rip your throat out and eat you. Whoa, let's look at that. It looks a bit like Colditz, doesn't it? It's got a massive aerial on it here, but I'm guessing that's in the day of radio anyway. It's not unusual. And a beautiful angel. Oh, it'd be nice to sit out there with all them flowers 100 years ago, have a cup of coffee. Oh, yes. They got the war coming in a year's time, though. I think it's going to change for the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Is about to go tits up in another year. Jeez, lot going on that. It's got to be the Opera House. So there's a cafe in there as well. Big hotel. So yeah, they had it going on in Graz. Look at that bridge, guys. Whoa. I wonder if that's still there today. God, I want to get my time traveling license. I won't be a time travel pest. Honest time cops, I won't. Yeah, because they got people like to police the time, police time. So you don't go like fucking everything up because of the butterfly effect. Oh, there it is. And I wouldn't do any of that. Just stay away from anyone who looks like it might be your relative, innit? Don't talk to women. Definitely don't have sex with your grandmother because you'll end up with you. That would be weird. I don't know. There can be only one. Anyways, loads of paradoxes. Time traveling's not all about sexploits. Okay, in time travel, you gotta do things like this. You gotta go buy the almanac for the winning horses of the year of 1914, just a couple of weeks before. Make sure you got a load of dollars, and then you can like make $1 million, and then you can have like just I don't know, build a different empire. Yeah, make sure the communists don't happen. They suck, the communists. The National Socialists, they suck too. They all fucking suck, don't they? You just want to get on with anything. Okay. And what I like a bit of Brest. I used to go here, around here. This Brest point is in France, and it's right on the northern tip of what is like sort of the most northern or most northern Brest point you go around, and there's a big Starfort on it. There's a map there, Brest, which is sort of like Cape, if you like. They got a huge Starfort around there. A huge little Starfort in the middle of the city. Let's have a little look. There's Brest. Brest Harbour. It's a nice name that they chose for a town. I really like it. I'm going to Brest. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got no shoes on, guys. Maybe it doesn't hurt your feet. Maybe you just don't need it. You just like to stay grounded. Maybe he has got like a pair of sandals. I don't know. Whoa, look at that destroyer thing. It's weird, isn't it? You got that massive futuristic type destroyer. Nothing like that I've seen. Weird that is. Another washing on the line. It's on a washing day. There's stupid bylaws in Britain, and they've never taken away from the 1800s, guys. Apparently, oh, look at that, Staffo. Apparently, got mud up against the wall. Anyway, apparently you're not allowed to smack your carpet, when you're cleaning your carpet on the clothesline with a stick on a Sunday is apparently still against the law. You're not allowed to do it on a Sunday. And certain days you're not allowed to do washing on as well, like New Year's Day, apparently. But stupid bylaws in Britain, they've never lifted. Not that they police them, but they exist, apparently. They just let people, obviously you can do your washing any day now. And obviously nobody beats carpets anymore. Well, not where I live, but I've beaten a carpet. Yeah, beaten a shag pile on my clothesline. Got the dust out. Nasty little operation that is. Terrible for your fucking sinuses. Anyway, well, they got some juice going on here, guys. That one's a tall ship, though, with all cannonry and sails. But these things in the background. Oof. Okay. The French are keeping their ships there. Strangest thing, though, in World War II. Oh, look at that. France falls, or half of France falls, because the bottom half of France, Marseille, etc. They're the Vichy French, and they support the Nazis, no problemo whatsoever. So it's like these two French people, the Free French and the Vichy French, right? Who are fascists. They like Franco and stuff. So Churchill decides, I know what I'll do. I'm going to make sure them ships in the harbour of Marseille don't go anywhere. And ends up in German hands because you're the Vichy. So he basically did an assault on Marseille Harbour, killing thousands and thousands of Frenchmen, who is really weird because we went there in D-Day and fought alongside them and saved their country and helped save Europe, etc. Yeah, the southern French people, they were blowing up, murdering. It's a weird sort of double standard with the Second World War. I never get it. But the French were really pissed. I bet de Gaulle, nothing personal about, it's just my instinctive feelings towards Charles de Gaulle is, I can't stand him. I can't even fucking look at him. Yeah. But I bet he really hated Winston Churchill, the warmongering psychopath that he was. But he was an elite. He was one of the bloodline. You know, he was nephew of, the Duke of Marlborough. Whoopie-doo. But there's some gnarly stuff went on there, isn't there? So he had an American mother, apparently Winston Churchill, which is unusual at that period, really. For anyone to have an American mother. I don't know. Maybe not in the elite, but I never ever knew anyone. Everyone was from like Europe, or like me, Estonia. Oh, I got some sterling Starforts. He's been colorized. There, look at that one. Ooh, juicy breast. Ooh, that's the entrance, a little bit rounder, chateau type entrance. So I wonder what people talked about. They're much more innocent lifestyles, and their heads are not all weird because they haven't got the internet, as far as I know. I bet their days just like getting on with like food. They say they have longer working hours, but I don't think the pictures show that. Everyone's just moseying around, doing their day. Don't think they had like a nanny state benefit system thing going on. So later, look at that for Starfort. Oh, that's Nantes. I've been here. This is Nantes, not Nantes, is the twin city of Cardiff. And when I was in the centre of Nantes, it said the boulevards of Cardiff. And in the centre of Cardiff, we got the boulevards of Nantes. I thought that was really weird. Yeah, it's a big city, and I thought it was weird because it was like the 90s, and they had like punk rockers. I was like, guys, you need to catch up. We don't do that shit anymore. Still listening to punk, are you? Fucking hell. Things have moved on now. Do you hear about the racing? Anyway. Not saying that they were backward in Brest with their style and fashion, but they needed to catch up a little bit, okay, with the rest of continental Europe. Well, actually, no, continental Europe are always a little bit backward in fashions. They all come from Britain, don't they? Hang on, these are very futuristic, and they have sonar arrays, so that's more modern. Even gas there, all communication. It's like an aircraft tower. Oh, yeah. So they have beautiful food, don't they? Like croissants, snails. Oh, lovely. Never had a escargot. Never actually got around to eating that, actually. And they got like nice bread. That doesn't mean to say they're into bread. They just got nice bread. And they drink a lot of wine, don't they? Even their sprogs drink wine. They drink wine at 14 in France. It's like sat on the table. You can get that in Britain. They were never allowed that. Clipper on the euro is what you get. Oh, look at this. It's just crazy. So there was in my childhood, all parents battered their children. Yeah, it was massive cruelty going on in the past. It was like I got fucked up in school. I got fucked up when I got home, and then I got fucked up when I was out. So I spent my entire days getting fucked up until I grew up a bit, and then I didn't get fucked up anymore. They don't do that anymore. It's all like rules and stuff. Times have changed. Anyway, let me come back. Stop sharing. There I am today. 49 minutes. That's all we're going to have. I'm going to put this in up later so we can have a hang around, have a chat with one another. Okay. On the 4th of April, in a very wet British Isles. I'll show you. Yeah. But we have got a heat wave coming. Woohoo! Come on, summer. Come on, summer. Come on, hot stuff. Anyway, I'll see you all soon. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you like it. Make sure to share this video if you like it. Donate to Flat British for further productions and all those good YouTube things. Wiggly flat thumbs, and I'll see you on the weekend. Stay epic.